Syracuse, the local station. You're watching the Morning News.
Welcome in. It is 5 o'clock now. You got Ryan and Rachel with you on this Wednesday, January 28th. Thank you so much for joining us.
Here we go again. A wintry Wednesday there, Rachel. My goodness. Yeah, here is a live look for you at Sweetheart Corner there, right where North Syracuse and Clay come together. Salina right in that area as well. You can see that it's been coming down all night, heavy at times. Bundle up, too, because it is just cold. Kate is tracking it all on this January 145th day.
At this point, let's just flip it and do storm team alert when it's not going to snow and we have temperatures above 20 degrees. I think we'll give me an agreement about that, right? Because we're now at a point where this is just like an everyday occurrence now. Nothing really outstanding here, but we are certainly getting enough snow that's going to slow you down as you're heading out the door. A lot of us picked up a fresh at least 2 to 4 inches of snow and counting. Now, if you look back towards northern Cayuga County, you can see the band lifting back north. So we're going to notice that happening as the morning goes on. Still some pretty steady snow in our northern suburbs. That's where we are going to find some of our higher snow totals for this morning. Going forward today, that band's going to keep lifting north and mostly focusing on central and northern Oswego County, where we'll pick up about another 4 to 8 inches of new snow during the day today. Meanwhile, the rest of us are still cloudy, still cold, still only temperatures in the teens. Feels like temperatures in the single digits. When can we get any temperatures around here warmer than 20? I'll have more on that in your 7-day in a few minutes.
Well, that's the latest here at home. Nationwide, though, the death toll rising to at least 40 after a powerful winter storm swept across much of the country over the weekend.
This morning, travel troubles continue with hundreds of thousands still without power. This morning, bitter cold, snow, and ice causing problems across the country. In Tennessee, dozens of children are now being treated for carbon monoxide exposure at a Nashville hospital as families struggle to stay warm without power after last weekend's storm. More than 140,000 power outages still reported overnight in that region alone. A hospital spokesperson saying, unfortunately, many folks may have resorted to using heating options that are not optimal. Days after the storm, major travel disruptions linger. After a record number of cancellations, American Airlines is now offering flight attendants double pay to cover extra flights today. Some pilots and crew members sleeping in airports. Traveling by car, not much easier. People across Pennsylvania have been waiting days for their streets to be plowed.
I saw my neighbors try to make it up that hill. It didn't work out.
On Louisiana's frozen Interstate 20, hundreds of drivers were stranded for more than 24 hours. In Mississippi, the weight of snow and ice bringing down these gas station canopies, crushing cars, injuring multiple people. And in North Texas this morning, drivers are being warned about freezing fog, a type of fog that leaves a layer of ice on everything it touches. Fog of regular kind is being blamed for this 43-vehicle pileup near Bakersfield, California. So schools across the South and here in the Northeast are closed for the third straight day, and a new storm this weekend could target the Northeast, but as Kate mentioned, she does not think that will impact our region.
No matter where you live, snow and ice can be dangerous when it comes to those sidewalks. That's why it is important to clear them as soon as you can. As a reminder, though, homeowners do not technically have to shovel until it stops snowing. State law protects property owners from injury lawsuits while snow is still falling. New York's fire code also requires you to clear space around fire hydrants. Departments require 3 feet so they can quickly hook up their hoses in case of an emergency.
If you haven't already, make sure you download the Storm Team app so you can always be weather ready anytime, anywhere. Scan that QR code right now on your screen. You can also find it in the App Store and Google Play. It is free to download and free to use.
Run into a traffic alert now if you take 81s.
This is a Storm Team Alert, certified as Central New York's most accurate.
And a very good Wednesday morning to you. A snowy one as we are looking live from Sweetheart Corners, right over where like Clay, North Syracuse, Salina. All depends on who you ask and where you're located there. But everyone knows where Sweetheart Corner is, and it is coming down. Your neighborhoods may not have been touched yet, but as you were out and about. A lot of the main roads, they are plowed. You're just going to still have that hard snowpack out there. They are going to be snow covered for you. So take it easy. Here's what it looks like. And from the CabV Skynet 9 camera, this is in Baldwinsville from Liverpool Pool and Spots, right at that Town of Clay border there. We got 14 degrees right now. It feels like 0 outside because we have that gusty west-northwest wind. We had that lake effect up near Watertown all day yesterday. And then last night around 9 o'clock, right on schedule, it dropped south and it's been setting up over Syracuse for pretty much the rest of the evening. But going forward, it's going to start to go back north again. But we are waking up to this widespread spray of snow for pretty much everyone from Syracuse down as far south as Cortland, in and around Syracuse, where we have our photographer. He's like right there. Yep, and so that's where we have some steadier snow coming down. We've already picked up several inches of snowfall, and we'll see an additional 1 to 4 inches by the end of the day today. With the heaviest of the snow, we're expecting upwards of 4 to 8 inches of new snowfall from Oswego, right on the border of Fulton, extending up towards like Hastings, Mexico, Pulaski, and then some of that steadier snow back up towards Watertown later on tonight. It's cold. We're waking up in the teens, single digits with those wind chills again this morning. We're going to feel like this throughout the entire day. We're not really budging from where we've been for the last several days with our temperatures. We don't have any warm-ups in sight. In fact, it's actually going to get a little bit colder at the end of the week. So on our timecast, you can see the snow on the move. After about 9 o'clock this morning, it's starting to head back towards central and northern Oswego County, and that's where it will stay for the rest of the day. Meanwhile, we're going to keep it cloudy, maybe a few hints of blue sky from time to time. Sunset is at about 5:15 now this evening. We're keeping our lake effect up north tonight through tomorrow morning. Thursday starts to come back down towards Syracuse, and we'll see some of the steadier bursts of snow in right around Oswego County, right along 481 between Oswego and Fulton. First thing tomorrow morning, and then these bursts of snow kind of rolling through Syracuse again during the day tomorrow with that northwest wind. So for tonight through tomorrow, we're looking at some of the higher snow totals right here with the ice coverage that we have now on the lake. It's harder and harder to get the real intense bands farther inland, so that's why we think some of the higher totals up to a foot of snow stays a little bit closer to the lake shore. So we're going to keep that up for Thursday into Friday. Still some snow showers on Saturday. All the hoopla on the internet about the next nor'easter, I'm not jazzed about our chances whatsoever. All of our model runs recently is having it as a miss for us. I know we said the same thing last week, but at least there were some outliers in the ensembles that kept some snow towards us. We're not even seeing any of that this time, so we're not expecting anything for us on Sunday. Of course, we'll keep you posted. We're going to keep watching it, and we finally have temperatures in the 20s next week.
Okay, right now 5:15 is the time. We're
This is a Storm Team Alert, certified as Central New York's most accurate.
All right, current weather alerts going on. Lake effect snow warnings remain in effect from Jefferson, Lewis, Oswego, and northern Cayuga County all the way until 7 o'clock tomorrow evening. For Wayne County, yours expires at 1 o'clock this afternoon. For Onondaga County, we had that winter weather advisory until 3 o'clock for today. We've already picked up upwards of 2 to 4 inches of snowfall for a lot of us. I just heard from our weather watcher in Baldwinsville. She said we got 4 inches and counting, and it's coming down pretty hard. Right in our northern suburbs, right here along Route 31. Just north of the thruway is where we have our steadiest and heaviest of the snow, and even right along the lake shore. Now, because we have about 30% ice coverage, a lot of our heavy snow totals are going to remain closer to the shoreline, upwards of about 4 to 8 inches of new snowfall during the day today for central and northern Oswego counties.
Realized I was choosing alcohol over my family. That's when I made the call.
It was shifting from the north, right? Came down in our area
up
last
north,
night.
Watertown, we had, I believe, 6-inch report from Hastings. I came in a very short amount of time last night. And then right on schedule, oh, my watch just buzzed. Was that?
Oh.
Aha, there it is. Oh, because North Syracuse Junior High is right there. Yep. There we go. All right, North Syracuse, you're on a 2-hour delay.
Yeah, a lot of folks.
Literally live update. As soon as I felt my watch.
Yeah, Liverpool,
Baldwinsville. As soon as I heard Liverpool, Baldwinsville, I was like, oh, just
so keep an eye on the bottom of your screen there. Those alerts are rolling in. So far, all 2-hour delays. But keep an eye on that.
Because they're running out of snow days, so they got to
In some districts, they're out already.
Yeah.
So,
choose wisely.
Yeah, here we go. I'm getting excited now.
Why are you getting excited?
I don't know. I'm just
No, you don't get a snow day, friend.
I know.
You are stuck here. When it snows, you stay here
when
longer.
it's a snow day, that's a longer day for me, but that's all right.
All right, but when will it start winding down? I mean, do you think that they'll turn to closings?
Yeah, no, well, here's the tricky thing. I know. Here's the thing. We're at the point of winter where it's all relative. Like it's like, okay, a couple of inches. All right. We're now at the point where we can just kind of handle it. But there will be some spots that are going to pick up closer to like 4 to 8 inches of new snowfall. That is going to be in Oswego County because in some spots it winds down, yeah, but it just moves. So we're slowly moving that band back north. Oswego, you've had a little bit of a break overnight, but you're about to get back into it here for today. We get a little bit of a closer look. That steady snow right on top of from Baldwinsville to Liverpool, Clay, down into the city, and even extending all the way into Chittenango and Cazenovia and Madison County. But it's going to lift up north and produce most of the snow in central and northern Oswego County during the day today. Syracuse will get back on this for tomorrow. So I'm going to show you how all this is going to keep fluctuating in the next few days in our timecast coming up.
You know what I need? One of these trucks right here.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, Super Duty.
Yeah, Central New Yorkers, we're digging out once again after that band of lake effect moved through while you were sleeping.
For some, it is getting old fast. But on the Tug Hill, they are used to tough winters, and this one is delivering. Snowbanks piled high, driveways buried, and conditions that many say feels like the good old days.
How long have you lived here for?
30 years.
So you're used to this type of weather?
Yeah, we're getting a snow like we used to get. We used to get pounded on. I can remember waking up and having 4 feet of snow. We used to get lake effect every day, and the past few years we ain't got nothing hardly, so it makes a big difference, and it keeps you busy, and I don't mind it.
For snowmobilers, the deep snow is a welcome sight, creating just about the perfect riding conditions.
Yeah, it's part of their economy up there, so they love the snow. Preparing for these brutal cold conditions is no small task for emergency crews.
No way. News Channel 9's Allie Elkins showing us how they are equipped and ready to respond.
When the temperatures drop, paramedics need to stay stocked up.
We carry extra things, a lot of extra hot packs, extra blankets.
With snow and ice-related injuries like slip and falls on the rise.
We try to get them as warm as possible first so we can expose them and try to see what their injuries are. A lot of injuries are hidden when you're outside and you're freezing. You're focused more on your body temp than you are maybe your injuries.
But direct heat isn't always the answer, like in hypothermia cases, common among the homeless and people who fall with no one around.
It's a lot of people that, we're spending a lot of time outdoors that weren't prepared for it. And, we do our best to try to get those people off of the streets, get them warm, get them into a hospital.
When it comes to treating patients with hypothermia, the equipment paramedics use to warm them up isn't that complicated. The first step is to get them out of the cold environment and then get them out of wet clothes if they're in them. Then all paramedics use is a blanket and a thermometer to make sure the patient is warmed up.
We don't want to do the opposite. We don't want to burn anyone or warm them up too quickly, so it's a nice, slow re-warmth.
But paramedics also face the dangers of winter when they hit the road.
When the weather's bad, when the streets are bad, we're going to get there a little slower, but we're going to make sure we get there safe.
Staying safe on the way to saving lives. In Syracuse, Allie Elkins, News Channel 9.
So one way to help prevent emergencies is by clearing snow and ice from sidewalks. That said, homeowners are not technically required to shovel until the snow stops falling. State law protects property owners from injury lawsuits while snow is still coming down. But once the storm ends, clearing becomes critical. New York's fire code also requires snow to be cleared around fire hydrants. Fire departments ask for at least 3 feet of space so crews can quickly hook up their hoses in an emergency.
If you haven't done it already, make sure you have the Storm Team app so you can be weather ready anytime, anywhere. Just scan that QR code there on your screen. You can also find it in the App Store or Google Play. Free to download, free to use.
Switching to schools now, Oneida High School opening its doors for the first time.
This is a Storm Team Alert, certified as Central New York's most accurate.
And a very good Wednesday morning to you. Live view right now from our Cab V Skynet 9 camera in Baldwinsville. Route 31 traffic moving along pretty slowly. We've been seeing some steady heavy snow all night long. That snow dropped out of the North Country and back into the Syracuse area right around 9 o'clock last night, so right on schedule. And it's been very persistent all night long. Eventually it's going to lift back north into Oswego. But here we are at 13 degrees. Got a southwest-southwest wind making it feel like 2 below this morning. So here's the radar. We got that spray of lake effect snow extending as far south as Cortland, moving up into Moravia at Sea Lake, a little bit in Auburn, not much, but a little bit. You guys seem to always be right on the southern edge of some of these heavy snow bands. Still very persistent snowfall. We got a lot of school districts on a 2-hour delay this morning as we await this band to lift back up north. Not much happening from Mexico to Amboy and Pulaski, but that will change. By midday, that snow is drifting back north into central Oswego County and eventually setting up near the Tug Hill. So during the day today, we're expecting an additional 4 to 8 inches of snowfall, about 1 to 4 inches around the thruway and just north. Temperatures right now, we're sitting right around 10 degrees and even some teens. We're not rising a whole lot from where we are. Wind chills are going to remain at or below 0 for a lot of us today. We got that wind shifting just a little bit more to the southwest. That's what's helping bring that lake snow band up north. Basically, the snow is just going to keep fluctuating. We have little troughs or little cold fronts moving through every day, and each one really determines the direction of the wind and therefore determines where the lake effect snow is. So because we've had a northwest wind, the snow's been over us. When we have a southwest wind, the snow moves closer towards Oswego, Tug Hill, and Watertown. So that's what we're going to notice today. Most of the snow staying between Pulaski, Watertown, extending over near Oswego. Now, we are seeing some ice coverage. Now, Lake Ontario, it's too deep. It doesn't freeze over. Lake Erie is almost frozen over, like over 90%. So that's pretty much shut down as far as lake effect goes. But when you have a higher percentage of ice coverage like we have now, it keeps the heaviest and steadiest of the snow closer to the lake shore. It keeps it from the real heavy stuff getting too far inland. And so that's what we're going to notice for tonight and into tomorrow with more of this lake snow extending back down towards Syracuse because, again, the wind shifts more to the northwest. So as far as tonight through tomorrow, that's why you're going to see a bit of this bullseye right here from Oswego to Minetto, Volney, and over near Fulton. That's where we'll see some of our higher snow totals for tonight into tomorrow. We're still hanging on to the cold air. Actually, it's getting even colder. Friday, highs struggling to even make it to near 10 degrees. Still in the teens on Saturday. We finally have some 20s in our forecast starting on Sunday. Still not expecting to get anything from the next storm coming up the coast this weekend.
In today's Tech Bites.
Happening now. Syracuse, the local station. You're watching the morning news.
You know, I don't think Bills fans are crying over Bill.
I don't think so.
But it is a shocker, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of big stars, LeBron James, J.J. Watt, all been like, what?
Yeah.
Like, seriously?
I'm not a big sports person, and I even...
Yeah. We'll have more on that just a little bit. Welcome in. It is 6:01. You have Ryan and Rachel here. Guess what? We are in Storm Team Alert.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
And it looks like Old Man Winter not done with us just yet. Another round of heavy lake effect snow fell overnight. You are looking live now at Sweetheart Corner, I believe.
Yep.
In North Syracuse. You'll see that iconic sign in just a moment here. And
There it is.
There she be. Yeah, so slow down on those streets. Snow covered for all of us on our rides in this morning.
And a lot of 2-hour delays now, so look at the bottom of your screen.
Yep, definitely North Syracuse. We know Liverpool, Beeville, they are just rolling on in there, Kate.
We know North Syracuse because Kate told us. That impacts her.
I got the alert on my watch live on TV half hour ago. It was quite exciting. For my kids, not for me. No, it's like, here's what it looks like right now. No, they love the delays. Here's what it looks like right now with our alerts. We still have lake effect snow warnings until tomorrow night. Jefferson, Lewis, Oswego, Northern Cuyahoga County. Wayne, you'll be wrapped up this afternoon. Winter weather advisory remains in effect for us in Onondaga County until 3 o'clock this afternoon because of this, the lake effect snow. So yesterday I mentioned how we're just kind of ping-ponging the lake effect. It was up in Watertown yesterday. It came back to us overnight. Well, now we're serving it back up to the Tug Hill. It's a slow process, but we're getting there. Some steady snow from Syracuse to Clay to Baldwinsville and Oswego. You're right on the cusp of getting your fair share of the snow, and that's where you'll find some of the heaviest snow during the day today. An additional 4 to 8 inches of snowfall for central and northern Oswego County by the end of the day today. So be careful as you're heading out the door. Well, pretty much everyone is shoveling out of at least 3, 4, 5 inches of snowfall overnight. We'll talk about how much more we can expect. Any more coming back to Syracuse? And what's the deal with this weekend storm? Are we getting it or not? I'll have all that for you in a little bit.
All right, well, that is the latest here at home, but nationwide, the death toll rising to at least 40 after that powerful winter storm swept across much of the country over the weekend and into Monday.
This morning, travel troubles continue with hundreds of thousands of people still without power. This morning, bitter cold, snow, and ice causing problems across the country. In Tennessee, dozens of children are now being treated for carbon monoxide exposure at a Nashville hospital as families struggle to stay warm without power after last weekend's storm. More than 140,000 power outages still reported overnight in that region alone. A hospital spokesperson saying, unfortunately, many folks may have resorted to using heating options that are not optimal. Days after the storm, major travel disruptions linger after a record number of cancellations. American Airlines is now offering flight attendants double pay to cover extra flights today. Some pilots and crew members sleeping in airports. Traveling by car, not much easier. People across Pennsylvania have been waiting days for their streets to be plowed.
I saw my neighbors try to make it up that hill. It didn't work out.
On Louisiana's frozen Interstate 20, hundreds of drivers were stranded for more than 24 hours. In Mississippi, the weight of snow and ice bringing down these gas station canopies, crushing cars, injuring multiple people. And in North Texas this morning, drivers are being warned about freezing fog, a type of fog that leaves a layer of ice on everything it touches. Fog of regular kind is being blamed for this 43-vehicle pileup near Bakersfield, California. Schools across the South and the Northeast are closed for the third straight day, and a new storm this weekend could target the Northeast, but you've heard Kate say she does not believe that is going to impact us right here at home.
So no matter where you live, snow and ice can be dangerous when it comes to those sidewalks. That's why it's so important to keep them clear. As a reminder, though, homeowners do not technically have to shovel until it stops snowing. State law protects property owners from injury lawsuits while snow is still falling. New York's fire code also requires you to clear space around fire hydrants. Departments require 3 feet so they can quickly hook up their hoses in case of emergency.
If you haven't already done so, make sure you download that Storm Team app so you can always be weather ready. Anywhere, anytime. Scan it right now. That QR code is on your screen. You can also head right to the App Store or Google Play. Switching to sports, the Buffalo Bills have their new head coach, and he is a familiar face. Offensive coordinator.
This is a Storm Team Alert, certified as Central New York's most accurate.
And a very good Wednesday morning. We are at Sweetheart Corner for you, and it is snowing. Surprise, surprise. It's a Wednesday, so of course it's snowing. Check the bottom of your screen. We got a lot of school districts, especially in the northern suburbs, extending into southeastern part of Onondaga County, all on 2-hour delays for you this morning as we are waiting for the snow to kind of go up and out of here. We're waking up to fresh snowfall, even though it's not a lot. It's only about 3 or 4 inches, but it is enough to make these roads slick and snow covered. Here's what it looks like live for you on Bridge Street, just outside of our studios here in East Syracuse, where the roads, they have that hard snowpack. The plows, they have been out all night long, getting the roads as best as they can, trying to keep up with the snow. So please take it easy as you are heading out the door. Here's our Cat V Skynet 9 camera in Oswego. It's not snowing yet, but it's right on the edge of the port city. Not too far. I give you guys probably another 20, 30 minutes before you're going to get back in on the snow. It's 13 degrees at the Syracuse airport. We got a west-southwest wind. That's why our band is lifting back up into Oswego County. Feels like 3 below outside. So here's the radar. This is still wide open. We got 30% ice coverage, but it's mostly up here. So we got that wind coming from the west, and that is wide open for business still with our lake effect snow. Got that spray of some light to moderate snow from Cortland on up into Syracuse. The steady burst of the snow now just right in southern Oswego County. And Oswego, you're just about to get in on it. Mexico, Pulaski, you'll be in on the snow for the second half of our day today, and that's where we'll find upwards of about 4 to 6 inches of snowfall by this evening. And we'll still have additional snow tonight and into tomorrow. We're waking up cold again. We got temperatures around 10, feeling like 0 or below 0 for a lot of us with the wind chill. Not much improvement with our temperatures today compared to what it's been like the last few days. We have no warm-ups in sight. We have to get to the end of the weekend to find a temperature that starts with a 2 around here. So let's show you the timecast. So as gradually lifting up north later this morning, eventually heading up towards Pulaski by lunchtime today. And it's going to be a little steady at times between Pulaski, Tug Hill, kind of like Adams, Mansfield areas, and that's where our lake effect will stay for the rest of this evening and for the overnight. So this is where we'll find some of our higher snow totals right along the lake shore and on up into the Tug Hill for Wednesday night into Thursday. You can kind of see a little bit of a flare up there for the overnight hours. Thursday during the day, so tomorrow during the day, we're expecting more of these snow showers to return to Syracuse because of the wind shift. It's back to the northwest, and we're going to keep that up through tomorrow evening. All right, as far as forecast snowfall goes, you'll see kind of the bullseye just outside of Oswego. Because of that ice coverage, you get those higher snow totals closer to the lake shore, so that's what we're expecting, upwards of 8 to 12 inches of snow. This is for Wednesday night into Thursday morning. Still some snow for Friday into Saturday. Sunday, notice there's no snow icons on there. You may be hearing a lot of rumblings on the internet about, oh, another nor'easter. It's still looking like a mist for us. Even, last week really it looks like a mist, but there were some outliers that brought snow. We have no outliers even indicating any snow for us. So we really our confidence is growing for no snow on Sunday.
I'm okay with that.
And a high of 20. It's going to be a heat.
I know, that actually looked like a pick day over there.
Yeah. Bust out the short sleeves. Here we go.
Fire up the griddle.
Yeah, fire up the griddle with short sleeves on this Sunday.
This is a Storm Team Alert, certified as Central New York's most accurate.
All right, and now to check out the radar so you can see the northward jog from this lake band. Starting to pick up in intensity, too, just south of Oswego, right where northern Cayuga and Oswego counties kind of come together, right along 481 between Fulton and Oswego. So please be careful. We'll see an additional 1 to 4 inches, but once that band gets a little bit farther north, it'll produce some heavier snow totals, as much as 4 to 8 inches of new snow by the end of the day. So all the same deal, make sure you're dressing nice and warm. This time of the year, I always adjust the sunglasses. We see limited breaks here and there, and because of the fresh snow, when you do get the sun, because of how low the sun angle is, it gets very bright outside. I don't know about you, but my eyes get sensitive to that. Oh, look at how cold that is. Actually, it's getting colder. High of only 11 on Friday, and then we finally have some 20s by the start of next week.
Okay. Fire up the griddle. Here we go. It is National Blueberry Pan.
So that was, 4 hours ago. So there's got to be at least 3 to 4 at this point.
And make sure you're keeping an eye on the bottom of your screen because those school delays are rolling in for North Syracuse, Liverpool, a whole bunch of them now, just pouring in.
Are your kids delayed?
Yep. It's funny. We talk about how superintendents talk to each other. They're on texting chains, and it definitely shows because, as soon as one calls out, it's like, here come the horses around the corner. They're all coming in.
Yeah, so 54 alerts right now.
Okay.
Yeah, so
there you
they
go.
are. They're all texting.
Yeah, they're like, got to do 2 hours because we're running out of snow days. Are we running out of time when it comes to our snow, or are we going to be doing it all morning long?
It's all about location. We say that all the time with lake effect. Oswego, your little break is going to be coming up soon, though. It's headed for you next. For Syracuse, we're not in this for too much longer. I'd say by like 10 o'clock, it should be north of us. We have the advisories until 3 o'clock. I think that's a little bit of a stretch. I wouldn't be surprised if that gets lifted earlier. But you can even see in this 1 hour loop, that slight northward jog, we have some steadier bursts of snow right along the lakeshore. So it's right on the edge of Oswego right now. Steadier snow up towards like Phoenix and Fulton. Actually, let me zoom it in a little bit here, too. Yeah, just outside of Oswego. Head over towards Minetto and in between Hannibal there. So that's where we'll find some of the higher snow totals for today as well. We're expecting an additional 4 to 8 inches of snowfall during the day today with this lake snow. Then Syracuse will catch a break today, but we'll get back in on this by tomorrow afternoon.
All the snow makes you want to get a Super Duty truck there,
Yeah,
huh?
I'll say.
Central New York digging out once again this morning. You just heard Kate talking about it, that band coming through overnight.
You know, I'd also take one of those. For some,
With heated seats, please.
Oh, yeah. Some say it's getting old fast, but on the Tug Hill, they are winter warriors.
Yeah.
And this one is surely delivering. Snowbanks piled high as street signs, driveways buried, and conditions that many are saying feels like the good old days.
How long have you lived here for?
30 years.
So you're used to this type of weather?
Yeah, we're getting a snow like we used to get. We used to get pounded on. I can remember waking up and having 4 feet of snow. We used to get lake effect every day, and the past few years we ain't got nothing hardly, so it makes a big difference, and it keeps you busy, and I don't mind it.
The snowmobilers say the deep snow is a welcome sight, creating just about the perfect riding conditions.
Like, listen up, kids, back in my day.
Back in my day.
All right, preparing for these brutal cold temperatures is no small task for emergency crews.
News Channel 9's Allie Elkins shows us how they are equipped and ready to answer the call.
When the temperatures drop, paramedics need to stay stocked up.
We carry extra things, a lot of extra hot packs, extra blankets.
With snow and ice-related injuries like slip and falls on the rise.
We try to get them as warm as possible first so we can expose them and try to see what their injuries are. A lot of injuries are hidden when you're outside and you're freezing. You're focused more on your body temp than you are maybe your injuries.
But direct heat isn't always the answer, like in hypothermia cases, common among the homeless and people who fall with no one around.
It's a lot of people that, are spending a lot of time outdoors that weren't prepared for it. And, we do our best to try to get those people off of the streets, get them warmed, get them into a hospital.
When it comes to treating patients with hypothermia, the equipment paramedics use to warm them up isn't that complicated. The first step is to get them out of the cold environment and then get them out of wet clothes if they're in them. Then all paramedics use is a blanket and a thermometer to make sure the patient is warmed up.
We don't want to do the opposite. We don't want to burn anyone or warm them up too quickly, so it's a nice, slow re-warmth.
But paramedics also face the dangers of winter when they hit the road.
When the weather's bad, when the streets are bad, we're going to get there a little slower, but we're going to make sure we get there safe.
Staying safe on the way to saving lives. In Syracuse, Allie Elkins, News Channel 9.
One way to help prevent emergencies is by clearing snow and ice from sidewalks. That said, homeowners are not technically required to shovel until the snow stops falling. State law protects property owners from injury lawsuits while snow is still coming down. But once the storm ends, clearing becomes critical. New York's fire code also requires snow to be cleared around the fire hydrants. Fire departments ask for at least 3 feet of snow so crews can quickly hook up those hoses.
If you haven't already, what are you waiting for? Make sure you download the Storm Team app so you can be weather ready anytime, anywhere. All you got to do is scan that QR code right there on your screen. You can also search WSYR in the App Store or Google Play. Free to download, free to use.
Switching to schools, Oneida High School.
This is a Storm Team Alert, certified as Central New York's most accurate.
And a very good morning to you. This is what it looks like live right now on 690 East. Coming up on downtown Syracuse and the roads where we can see the pavement, but also we can see that hard snowpack. The plows, they have been out all night long to get those main roads and highways as clear as they can, with still some snow falling down in a lot of spots. Neighborhood roads are still going to be very much snow covered. So be careful heading out the door this morning. That's why a lot of schools have chosen to delay this morning. Here's what it looks like right now from the CAPV Skynet 9 camera in Oswego. It is right on the edge of the port city with this band lifting back up north. It is 12 degrees and it feels like 2 below right now. Our wind is shifting to the west-southwest, and so that's why that lake effect snow is starting to move a little bit farther north again. This has been extending all the way down to parts of Cortland, Shenango counties, Madison County. We are catching now a break from Camillus to Onondaga Hill to Jordan, Elbridge. Not much happening, but still some active snow falling from Clay to Cicero, Bridgeport, Chenango. Still some heavier bursts of snow once you're getting into Oswego County from Fulton on up 481 through Minetto, but going right over just north of Hannibal. Very heavy snowfall right along the lakeshore, just about to get into Oswego within the next about 20 to 30 minutes. This band is going to keep lifting north, and this is where we'll find some of the higher snow totals during the day today. An additional 4 to 8 inches of snowfall. A lot of folks have already picked up their few inches of snow. I've seen mostly in that 3, 4, 5 inch ballpark from a lot of you. Temperatures around 10 degrees as we are up and at 'em on this Wednesday morning. Feels like temperatures at or below zero for most of central New York. It is another very frigid day. We have zero relief with these cold temperatures anytime soon. Actually, it's getting colder. The high of 18 we have today, it's the last time we'll be this warm until about Sunday. That's when we finally have an air temperature that starts with a 2. Here's what it looks like on our timecast. I mentioned yesterday how the way with our lake effect is behaving this next few days. We're basically ping-ponging it back and forth between Syracuse and Watertown. So it was over Syracuse overnight, and this morning we're serving it back up to Pulaski and just outside of Watertown, more so than Tug Hill, for the rest of this afternoon and even for the overnight. It's still kind of staying right here in southern Jefferson and northern Oswego County. Overnight, it gets back down south, starting to be on the move, a little heavy at times. Overnight, right here is we're expecting possibly as much as a foot of snow tonight through tomorrow morning. And the lake band is going to hang out back over Syracuse during the day tomorrow. And our temperature is still only in the teens and wind chills single digits. So that forecast snowfall where you see that purple bullseye, that's where we could see as much as a foot of snow in the next 24 hours right outside of Oswego, with a heavier band tonight through tomorrow morning. Still some snow showers around on Friday into Saturday. Not done just yet. We finally catch a break on Sunday. Maybe thinking, well, okay, I've seen everything on the internet saying we're getting another storm on Sunday. Right now, it is looking like a miss for us. Thank goodness for that, because I don't think we want to deal with any of that business again.
I'll take a miss.
Why was the pancake arrested?
Oh, here we go.
Flop
Being too sweet.
or flapjack?
On waffle activities.
Oh, God, that was bad.
It is National.
Now, your news on the go.
Here we go again. Make sure you're looking at the bottom of your screen. Many school districts already delayed this morning.
Looks like Old Man Winter is not done with us just yet. Another round of lake effect snow falling overnight. Here's our photographer, Tom Cunningham, on 690 East. Towards, was it 441?
Yep, heading to 41.
Leaving roads slick, snow covered once again. As you head out the door this morning, take it slow on the streets, bundle up. It's still cold out there.
One way to help prevent emergencies in the snow is by clearing snow and ice from. Homeowners are not technically required to shovel until the snow stops falling. State law protects property owners from injury lawsuits while snow is still coming down. New York's fire code also requires snow to be cleared around fire hydrants. Fire departments ask for at least 3 feet of space.
Some staff members at the CNY SPCA walking off the job to join former workers and other people demonstrating outside the building on East Malloy Road. Protesters demanding change at the organization. In response, the board president says the animals are well cared for. She also tells us she is working to hire more staff and says she will not resign.
Switching to sports, the Syracuse Orange waking up on a losing streak. The team dropping its 4th
Wednesday forecast.
Yeah, we're waking up to that fresh snowfall. Things are beginning to lift back north into Oswego County. Coming on pretty steady right now, just outside of Oswego, Minetto, Fulton, and just north of Hannibal with some very heavy snow currently going on. Steady snow happening over near Phoenix. That's why a lot of those schools are under that 2-hour delay. Additional snow happening. Here's what it looks like in Oswego. Things just starting to get a little fuzzy, so the snow has just moved into the port city. We're looking at temperatures in the teens, a cloudy day for Syracuse once we get rid of the snow for today. Then it's going to hang out in central and northern Oswego County today. Oh, but don't worry, it will return tomorrow.
I was worried.
I could see it on your face. I'm concerned.
Yes.
You're like, I need more snow.
Ping pong
Yeah.
continues.
Thank goodness. Take care, folks. See you at noon.